Inspiring Nigerian Proverbs, Quotes and Sayings About Life, Part 2. 1. One does not insult a king with a goiter in the presence of his people. Insight: never expose yourself to repercussions through careless speech or indiscreet behavior. 2. Inability to speak out precedes misfortunes. Insight: express yourself politely when necessary to avoid potential consequences. 3. A dog does not boast, no danger in a leopard's bush. Insight: never sneer at an obvious danger. 4. Let us remove the monkey's hand from the soup while it is not turned into the hand of a human being. Insight: before you begin, remove what you believe will turn into something bad in the future. 5. If one sets the mouth properly and chews very hard palm fruit, it is like chewing a softer palm fruit. Insight: before that matter degenerates into a fight or a war, give that annoying person a diplomatic response, even when they're wrong. 6. Stretch your hands as far as they reach, grab all you can grab. Insight: do your best at what you can do. 7. One does not position the commander of the army at the rear of the column. Insight: leverage your strengths. 8. One does not consume salt according to one's greatness. Insight: too much of a good thing can turn dangerous. It is more blessed to give than to receive. 9. One does not sit by a river and argue whether the soap will foam or will not foam. Insight: don't argue about a claim when the claim can be put to test. 10. One does not count a God's grove as part of the town. Insight: if it's not yours, don't say it's mine. Lies beget regrets. 11. One does not count a fetus among living children. Insight: never count your chickens before they are hatched. 12. One who chases two rats cannot avoid coming up with nothing. Insight: never try to go in two directions at once. Do one thing well, then move to the next. 13. One does not send a shirker to check what the morning looks like outside. Insight: be very careful when taking financial advice from persons who have a financial stake in the outcome. 14. One does not see chickens about and throw one's corn to the dog. Insight: direct your assistance where it will be appreciated and beneficial. 15. While asleep, one cannot vouch for one's anus. Insight: assert only those things you know for certain. 16. One does not flaunt one's ability to make a fist in the face of a leper's child. Insight: never make fun of people because of their affliction. 17. One does not do a favor and then camp by it. Insight: having done some good, never seek to compel gratitude. 18. One does not wait until the heat of the battle to start looking for palm leaf midrib, which was used for making arrows. Insight: always make your preparations well ahead of an event. 19. One does not count the fingers of someone who is only 9 in his or presence. Insight: one must be diplomatic in speaking about other people's flaws and deformities. 20. With the right hand, he spreads a mat. At the same time, he removes his pants with the left hand, if the woman complains that he is not helping her quest for a child. Insight: some people are not like you. They're unable to recognize or acknowledge favors. 21. The chicken sees the snuff cellar and enfolds its wings. Insight: take precautions whenever you see a potential danger approaching. 22. He who carries live coals in his palm does not tarry. Insight: a person who has a pressing problem may not have time to socialize with you. 23. He who neglects his own affairs to care for others' affairs, it is in the middle of the night that his burial would be carried out. Insight: strive for your well-being and that of others. Nobody can take care of you like you can. 24. Elder, do a favor and take your eyes off it. Insight: do not advertise your acts of kindness, or pointedly await acknowledgement of them. 25. The wielder of an incantation rattle lifts it, and you respond, may it be so. Do you know if he has invoked good or evil? Insight: one should be certain about what is happening before one intervenes or becomes involved. 26. A stranger who asks the way will not get lost. Insight: be willing to admit your ignorance and seek direction if you want to know something. 27. The person who knew the way last year does not necessarily know the way this year. Insight, constantly engage in learning, so you won't court ignorance. 28. When a bachelor becomes old, he makes his own cooking fire. Insight, one should make provisions for one's old age and one's youth. 29. A little bit of it is a little bit of it, the policeman's short pants. Insight, leave nothing to waste, for one can always find some use for the smallest remnant. 30. Rapping from waist to the floor is the style of the Queen's rapper. Digging down to the deepest bottom is the requirement of the dry moat. Insight, what is worth doing well, don't settle for half measures. 31. What is put aside is what is there to find, he who puts excrement aside will return to find flies. Insight, whatever you sow, you'll reap. 32. White cloth and stains are not friends. Insight, watch the company you keep, because evil communication corrupts good manners. 33. One who seeks all things from God does not yield to impatience. Insight, be patient for an answer from God. Although times are tough, God is never late. 34. Dry smoked fish is delicious, but what is one to eat before the fish is smoked? Insight, as you provide for the future, also take care of the present too. Which proverb inspires you the most? Thank you for watching.